So we're going to use the color key to remove the black. Instead of having to put the effect on 2 of these videos and then any changes you make to it will have to be done on 2 of them, we're going to combine these into one by right-clicking on the 2 selected videos and using Nest. That's going to put the 2 videos into one nested sequence. I'll just call this Models. Now you can see we have just one. A lot of things become possible when you do this, such as keyframing it, making it faster or slower. We do want to be able to tell when that black has been removed, so we'll need to put something underneath so we can see it. I'm going to do that by clicking over here and saying we want to make a File, New Color Matte. I'm going to choose the same red warning color that we did for My Favorite Things video. And I'm just going to leave it as Color Matte so I can quickly put it on the video 1 timeline. We did need to move that up above. That track cannot be seen because we haven't removed this yet. I've got the video nested sequence selected, and I need to go to my Effects workspace and search for the effect Color Key, and you can find it right here. If you double click, it'll be applied to whatever you have selected, or you can click and drag it onto the one that you want. Here are the effect controls, color key, and by default it's got blue that it's removing. We want to select the black. You can see just a few pixels have been removed because the color tolerance is set to 0. We need to make it more tolerant. It's easier to drag this slider. If I go up to 1, you can see that most of it's been removed. At 2, it's gotten almost all of it. You'll notice, however, that we've got a little bit around the edges that wouldn't look very good. So we can bring this up to maybe 100%. Of course, I can't see it at that point, so let me find. I cannot see very well. None of the inside is being removed. That is a danger if you have some really tough, dark areas inside. If you used black in your model, then this is next to impossible. Let me just bring this up a little bit more. And now the edges are pretty smooth there, without removing any of the inside. You could have just a solid color here, and if it's not black, then it shows that you did do something to make that background removed. It'd be much nicer if we had some sort of color gradient. There's a 4-color gradient. If you type gradient, you're going to see a number of other transitions and stuff, but there is a 4-color gradient here. If you just want something even simpler to work with, there's something called a ramp. That's essentially a 2-color gradient. When I apply it to my color matte, you can see it there, and you can change these colors to something that's going to be more suitable for your model. If you use colors that are in your model, it doesn't contrast very well, so pick some colors that aren't there. Let me just pick something rather dramatic like an orange. We've got something there. Notice how the transition, it gets to be a very similar color. So choose something in there that's going to make it stand out and look really nice. You could render that as is, but a little extra work will make this even better. You could move this over a little bit and extend your background. So you have some room at the top or at the beginning to use your text tool. Put your name in there. You could also keyframe this or add transitions really easily. Control D is, of course, your default transition, so it could fade in. You could also just keyframe it. Let's try scale. So remember, the maximum scale is 100, so don't go over that. But if we use this and go to the beginning, put this down to 0, we now have a nice little transition with it coming in. You could also do something like have it drop down from above in order to give this a little bit of customization there, along with your name, a list of the software. Notice you don't want it getting cut off. This is the reset to put it back in the middle. Make sure that it doesn't have a lot of stuff at the end that gets rendered as well. Your default settings for the file export to media encoder should be fine. Send to media encoder to create the video.